You are now tuned in to Two Studs in a Pod, a podcast giving you a candid glimpse into the world of super thrift Uber dykes, but you can call us studs. I'm Blaze.
I'm Meech.
Just some of the many things we're grateful for is what we're getting into this week. So let's get into it. Homie, drop the beat. This is Two Studs in a Pod. We're just a couple of studs keeping it real, raw, and off the cuff, and we'd like to welcome you to the show. Usually, at this time of year, we are judging the best dressing or stuffing, depending on where you're from, and beginning to count our blessings. So this week, we're getting into the things we're grateful for in this year of all years. But before we carve it up, Meech, what it do?
Hey, it do good. Things have been pretty good. I can't complain. You know, it's getting fucking cold as shit out here, though. That's my complaint.
I had to wear a hoodie. I had to wear a hoodie. I just had to.
I had to wear a hoodie. I wish, bro. Like, I was so confused going out. I'm thinking, all right, I went to wifey's last weekend, and I'm like, all right, I can just take a hoodie with me, bro. We had to go like buy me a coat because I
What?
was freezing. Like the hoodie didn't do shit. So I bought like this coat that has like, it keeps you warm inside or whatever. Like it holds your body temperature so you can actually feel the heat when you take the coat off. So that was a great investment, but like I was not ready at all. And then the other day, like I parked kind of far because, you know, it's Brooklyn. So there's no parking where I work. So I have to, you know, find parking, and then I have to walk like an 8-minute walk, and I'm down by the water. So I'm walking, and like no lie, I almost got blown the fuck away.
Oh,
Like
hell no.
dead ass. Like my hat blew off, all this shit, and I was just like, yo, I can't. I'm not ready for this at all. I haven't had to walk at all like in the winter, last winter when I was here, because I drove right up to my job and just hop out and walk in the building.
Right.
But nah, and I'm like, yo, I'm thankful that I kept my car because, you know, being in Brooklyn, I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna just sell my car and just take the subway. Hell no,
Yeah.
never. But yeah, other than freezing my ass off, you know, everything's good. Wifey's good. You know, we had a good weekend, just chilling, and did a little bit of like pre-holiday shopping.
I was
I
just
actually
going to
got
ask you, did you figure out what you get in her for the
yeah,
holiday?
I did, but I'm not gonna say. 'cause
Well,
it's
no,
too
obviously, yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I did figure it out. I have some things in mind, so I gotta do that shopping soon. Um, yeah, and then, you know, all my nieces and nephews, I told them motherfuckers, I was like, I'm not getting y'all nothing, but you know, we'll see how the grades are looking because everybody's homeschooled, so they're not really paying attention. I was like, yo, you guys don't know how good you have it. Like,
Yo, for real.
I wish. All you gotta do is log in. That's half the battle right there. But yeah, I mean, everything else is good. Mom's is good. Family's good. Everybody's healthy. The numbers are going up in New York, which is concerning, but just I'm doing my part, you know, social distancing, wearing my mask, washing my hands. So doing the best I can. What's been going on with you?
You know, new things popping, moving on to new opportunities, which nervous and excited about. I mean, change is good, but it's also can be nerve-wracking a little bit. So I have some new opportunities coming into play in the next couple of weeks. Excited about that. You know, I got my little fish room popping. I got one last fish tank I got to set up, and then I'll be done. But and I finally got my little pea puffers. They're little dwarf Indian puffers. They're semi-aggressive. I have a boy and a girl, so I named them Puff and Mary. And they're in there with some they're called autocyclists or whatever. I'm gonna nerd out.
Yeah, because I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, they're like just algae eaters. Like, you know, they eat the algae of the tank. They're like the cleaners of the tank. You know, like the puffers are the Beyonces, and the autocyclists are like Destiny's Child. So
don't do Kelly like that.
Well, I don't know. You know, not Kelly, but
nah,
the other ones. All the rest of yes. And So yeah, so I got them going and just waiting. The puffers eat snails, so now I had to start a little snail tank so I can feed them that. So there's that, and just keeping things together. I already figured out what I'm getting wifey for Christmas, which is
Oh,
the first time in a long time. I won't have to go get a second job to get whatever it is the fuck she wants. But I'm sure she's gonna love it. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
that's that. And just trying to plan for the holidays and make it through 2020. Numbers are going up here too. Of course, Florida, and the governor is just like deep to deep. So that is what it is. But life is good. Future voice. And now it's time to get into Green Peas, where we get into a few of the books, shows, podcasts, trends, or whatever else new and exciting we've discovered or gotten into to help keep us amused and entertained. What you got for us this week, Meech?
So I haven't been reading a lot, but I did finish this book called Frying Plantain. So it's by a Caribbean writer, Caribbean author. It's a series of short stories. I guess about like when she was growing up and like with her mother and her grandmother and stuff like that. It was pretty good. I wanted it to be better. I was really excited to read it. So it was a little disappointing for me. I guess I didn't know what to expect. I just thought it was going to be a better book.
Mm.
So I read that, and then I'm listening to right now. What is the book called? Damn, I forgot the name of the book. Oh, The Warrior Within. So it's like another book about Bruce Lee,
Mm.
but it's written by somebody who kind of studied him. Um, and his philosophy is more so than just his his taekwondo, his fighting style, and how he incorporated that into the way he taught people. So it's pretty good. It's interesting. I respect the dude in general just because I am, like I said before, like a former martial artist or whatever. And just his philosophy is just about life in general. It's on the same path that I'm on right now. So just been listening to that, checking out podcasts like usual. Being that I'm back in the office, I haven't really had time to read. So podcasts are easy for me to listen to in the car, of course, hours, and then the others. That's about it. What you been up to?
Um, well, I heard good things about it. So I got into Queen's Gambit. I don't know if you checked that out on Netflix.
Nah.
It was about a young girl. I don't know if it's true or not, but it's about a young girl who like becomes this ultimate chess master, and just her life behind being this chess master. And
Oh, maybe I did see a commercial for that.
yeah, because everybody's been talking about it. So at first I kind of just was like, who wants to see this? Maybe I'll watch this on my own at some point in time. And then wifey actually queued it up and we started watching it and we got addicted. So we ran through it like, we watched the whole thing and it was very entertaining and way more entertaining than I thought it would be. It kind of made me want to learn how to play chess, but then also made me realize that my mind just doesn't work like that. So that was something. And then on Amazon Prime, there's something new. It was weird. It's a biography type of thing, a documentary about these two gay girls. I don't know if it was really supposed to be focused on this one gay girl who happened to be a stud. They're in LA and they're living on Skid Row.
Oh.
And it's called Game Girls. And it was just weird because the girl obviously had mental issues and they're trying to get off Skid Row and there was like they're fighting each other in the thing. Like my jaw dropped a couple of times while I was watching this because I couldn't believe what I was seeing on a documentary. But that's their life, and then just living on Skid Row, and it was a little scattered. The documentary, I didn't understand what story was really trying to be told, other than this girl had like a weird life. So yeah, but I'll support anything that has LGBTQ people in it, and we'll see what's what. So, there was another one on Netflix that we watched, and I cannot remember the name of it, but there ended up being some lesbian situations going on in it,
Hmm.
and that was another weird one. So that and the Kevin Hart thing. Did you watch the Kevin Hart thing yet?
Nah. Which one is it? It's new,
It's a
right?
brand new one. He just released one where he did the show in his house. Okay,
Oh, for real?
yes. Let me tell you, his house is ridiculously big for him to have been able to do a small, intimate stand up on a
Damn.
stage with people in a house. Like, it's just crazy. I'm like, how big is this nigga's house? But
Damn. We'll probably watch it this weekend. Then
yeah, well,
gotta put that on the list.
we're prepping for the holiday for Thanksgiving.
Oh
I can't
yeah.
believe, yeah. Oh, well, let's go on ahead and break it down and get on into the nitty gritty and
Alright.
see what we've got cooking this week in Stew Peas. The season of gathering with family and friends, avoiding workplace potluck dishes cooked by Karens, and popping up on porch pirates is upon us. The year 2020 has changed the game, though, and made this holiday one that's sure to be far from the usual. Nonetheless, there's definitely much to be grateful for. So this week, we decided to share some of the things that we are most grateful for this time around. Meech, the year has been crazy,
Mm-hmm.
but it is trending up, especially for us lately.
Facts.
What have you been most grateful for this year?
Shit. 2020, I have to say I'm most grateful for my family's health.
Mm,
You know, it's been crazy, especially being in New York with COVID and the scares that we had in the beginning,
mm-hmm.
and just, all my neighbors having COVID and being outside without masks on all the time.
And that
Still
was
outside
ground
without
zero for a
masks on.
while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, definitely grateful that, thank God, knock on wood, nobody has gotten sick and everybody's been healthy. But it's just been a crazy year. I ended up having to stay in New York longer, but I'm grateful that I'm here because I'm able to spend time with my family and my mom. Met wifey. So New York hasn't been so bad except for the fucking cold. And and then on top of that, I have been, you know, um I had a couple financial ventures, I guess I would call them.
Mm-hmm.
So, my investments, I purchased a house. So I'm grateful that I was able to do that despite, everybody having hard times. Like I've been blessed this year.
Mm-hmm.
So it's bittersweet because a lot of people are having hard times. So I just feel fortunate to have, to been able to make some investments, to start a business, to purchase a property, and to, um, find a new job at the end of this year, like a couple weeks ago.
Right.
It's a new job, and it's something that I love doing. It's a company that is in an industry that I love, I should say. I like IT. IT is cool, but the industry that I'm in, I'm learning a lot, and the people are really cool. So I'm grateful for all of that, and I'm sure just it's a lot more I can be grateful for. I'm just grateful to wake up every day.
Mm. That is definitely a lesson. I mean, the same as you. I'm definitely grateful for my family's health. You know, especially getting older. That means
Yeah.
my mother is getting older. You know what I'm saying? And
Hmm.
she's in that group of high get COVID.
Yeah. High
You know what I'm
risk.
saying? Yeah, high risk. uh, so that's a rock watermelon. I'm trying to get ready for the verses.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Um, yeah, so that's dangerous. And then, my sister having kids, and they are not immune to the
Yeah.
situation. And just even I'm grateful to have been able to spend time with them this year, specifically my three nephews, and like get to know them better, especially as they grow before they think auntie is just old. I'm still the
Yeah.
cool auntie. So there's that, and spend time with my mom. More, so, and that's part of the reason, one of the reasons why I was okay with moving was so I would be closer to my family and
Hmm.
get to spend time with them. I mean, obviously, you know, me and wifey just keep continuing to do our thing, and I'm always grateful for our relationship and just the way that it is because, we just have this goofy type crazy thing, like I'll be working in the middle of the afternoon, she comes in here and starts twerking. So even though I think she's crazy, I'm grateful for those moments too because how many
Right.
people really have that type of thing. And I'm just grateful I'm able to do all these hobbies and things that I like to do, like set up my fish tanks, and that I was
Right.
able to dig the freaking giant ass hole for the pool,
Right.
and for my house overall, and just everything I've been able to accomplish this year, even through a crazy ass pandemic. Um,
Facts. I'm grateful we have a new president elect.
yes, yes, yeah,
Just
and
grateful.
and even that we started Two Studs in a Pod. I mean, I don't know
Yeah.
how many people feel like we helped them, but I would like to say that I feel like we've helped some people along the way. Um,
Definitely. I think we've gotten some feedback. If not, serious help because we're not therapists, but just
mhm.
helping people get through their day and their drives to work and have a couple laughs and some stories they can relate to.
Yes, I feel like,
So, yeah.
yeah, contributing back because I get so much from other people who do their own shows and do their own podcasts. And
Yeah, exactly.
so it just feels nice to be able to give back.
Grateful for
Definitely.
the love
Yes.
and fans and followers and the likes and
And the
all of that.
support. Yeah. And, the people
Yeah.
who shout us out, the people who send out clips of our stuff to other people and, who interact with us on social media. I mean, I had to be off a little bit because this job was very serious about their background checks. So I had to make sure that I wasn't having anything crazy
Right.
attached to me. But, and, my phone number and shit. But I'm just grateful for it all. I would be grateful if we had 5 people that listen to us every time.
Yeah.
But the fact that we have a little bit more than 5, I'm definitely grateful for that, and I'm grateful that we're able to get it done and just keep and not stopping. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And for my health, that I haven't caught the vid or
Facts.
anything else serious. Like you don't think about it, but your life can change in an instant. There was a chick
Hmm.
on the radio today who was saying how she got in a car accident. Excuse me, and lost a leg.
Damn.
Yeah, exactly. Like, can you imagine? That's definitely a life changing situation. Yes. So, I mean, there's just so much to be grateful for. Definitely grateful for a new administration getting ready to come in and not feeling like my marriage, though it's not really truly official, could be threatened by
Right.
the incoming situations. Um, you know, and like you said, just always grateful to wake up every day.
Oh, you know what I'm thankful for? I'm thankful for Miss T because she bought me some nice warm Ugg boots for my birthday. And they're not like the regular Uggs. They actually look official, like some Tims. But them shits came in handy when I was walking and almost got blown into the fucking river by my job.
Oh, there you go. That's another thing I'm grateful for is that as of today, even though we're only halfway through the month, we have avoided a major hurricane coming
Oh
our
yeah.
way. And that is a big, big thing
That's big,
when you are a
Florida.
homeowner and you live in Florida. Yes. I mean, I know Honduras, Nicaragua, like Central America got rocked. The Gulf Coast got rocked. Louisiana and things like that, they got rocked. And I I sympathize with them, especially Honduras and Nicaragua, because they have nothing. But um, I just am grateful that we didn't have that threat. Even last year when we first moved in, and we had like a threat. It's a little more nerve wracking when you own the house
Hmm.
than when you're renting a place, and the landlord is going to take care of the situation when it's your house. So, and you know what a hurricane can do because you've been through a few of them. So yeah, definitely grateful for that. I'm grateful I got to go on that cruise with wifey right before Corona hit,
Right.
and we got
I
to
was
make it
thinking
off
about
the
that.
ship. Yes, because it was right after we got off and our cruise was done that everything started really popping off, and they were like they
Yeah.
weren't letting people come back. They weren't letting people
Mm.
get off. My job at the time was like, you can't do any vacations. Like you guys can't go anywhere. I'm like, first of all, I work from home, so I don't know. But they were like getting really strict on who could come in and out of the office and where you were going. Like a lot of the lockdowns came to cancel cruises. So I'm glad that that happened, and um, it's just amazing that all these, like, I was able to beat the clock on a lot of things. I think it was uh, Dwayne Wade's jersey retirement was right before that as well, so
Oh,
I made it
right.
to that, and
Yep.
yeah, it was. It's been a year, man. I can't believe it's only been a year. Like a lot of these things, I'm like, was this a year ago? 2 years ago? Like, no,
Hmm.
that was February.
Yeah, 2020 has been long, man. It has been
Long.
really long, really trying. Yeah, I'm thankful that true. I'm thankful that we were able to sell our house right at the beginning of the pandemic
Right.
because we had to do the signing social distance. So we had to sign in one place and the lawyer had to run the paper to the other room and all that. A lot of things. A lot of things. Damn, a lot of things did happen this year. Yeah, I say, 2020 has been rough for a lot of people, but I've been blessed, so I'm grateful for that.
Well, I think it's easy to say that we have a lot and are grateful for a lot this year. Or we have a lot to be grateful for and are grateful for a lot this year. That's the rock watermelon, boy, I tell you. All right. So now let's get into wild peas, or the part of the show where we share and answer some of the most wild questions we've seen on the internet. This week's question is asking for a friend. How do you tell someone they pussy stink in a nice
Oh
way?
man. Oh man.
Uh,
Um, I mean, someone or like
it says
just
someone.
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 Um,
I'm like, I don't know if it's just someone you're sitting next to on the
right.
bus.
Like,
Right?
damn, if it's somebody I'm sitting next to this day, like, bitch, you need to go wash.
I think you need to do more than wash if I'm sitting
Yeah,
next
I
to
need you
you.
go soak in something. I don't know, but if it's somebody I'm dealing with, I'll be like, yo, you need to handle that. It's not so what were those commercials?
Not so fresh.
Yeah, it's not you're not feeling fresh or you're not smelling fresh.
You don't
I don't
got
know
that
what.
fresh feeling.
Yeah, and I can smell it from here.
Yeah. I'm like, your secret's out, but it's not
Yeah.
the pits. It's it's below the pits. Your pit,
Yeah.
not your pits. Your pit. The secret's out.
I just think you don't have to be disrespectful about it, but you need to tell somebody. Like she needs to know.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
And
but
how could she not
how?
smell it though if
It,
it's that bad?
I mean, yes, because first of all, people usually smell themselves before anybody else smells them. But
Hmm.
if you don't notice your own odoriferousness, then what? I mean, shit. But you're right. Somebody needs to be told. So how do you tell them? Like, are you using a new soap, or maybe you should use a new soap, or have you been using a new soap lately?
Yeah. If you have, then maybe you should switch.
Right. It's kind of like
Maybe you need to get
the
that checked
breath.
out.
It's easier when somebody's breath is funky because you're just like, oh, here, I have a gum. You should have a gum too. You can't really say, this is how I wash my pussy. How do you wash yours? Like, that's
This is what I think you should do.
like, apparently you're not doing it right because, whoa, whoa, we. I mean, have you ever had that situation where you had to be like, yo, I mean, not somebody you're sitting next to on the bus, but somebody you knew?
No, I don't. No, I don't think
Right,
so.
because I'm like, if I did, we definitely not doing nothing. That's for sure.
Yeah, no, that's a no.
Definitely no. Definitely a no. All right. And on that note, we're going to end the show here. Don't forget to follow Two Studs in a Pod on Instagram and Twitter, and catch a glimpse behind the scenes and follow Meech on IG at the Homie Meech and on Twitter at Homie Meech, and myself at its.me.blaze on IG and it's me Blaze2 on Twitter. If email is one of your thing, shoot us an email at twostudsinapod@gmail.com. That's TWO studsinapod@gmail.com. Two Studs in a Pod is available on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Anchor, Spotify, and TuneIn. Also, we are proud to announce our brand new website. Please give us a listen. Check us out. www.twostudsinapod.com, the official website of Two Studs in a Pod. You can check out our latest blogs and catch our latest episodes. Woo-hoo, yay us. And, gratitude is always an attitude. So we want to say thank you for lending us your ear.
Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for tuning in.
À la prochaine.
Okay.